Howdy folks, and welcome back once more to Let's Play Dread Delusion. Today, oh, it's snowing. I was like, was that something falling? No. I don't know what we're gonna do today. Let's see. Find the royal factor at the checkpoint and tell her Mikhail sent you. Clockwork King's gone mad. Okay, yeah, that's right. We have to meet the rebel, I guess, at the gazebo. That I don't remember where it is. We found it last time, but I was just kind of like wandering. We managed to bump into it. So I guess we'll just do that again. I think it was down at the bottom, wasn't it? No, actually it wasn't. It was at the top. It was the house. Her house was down here where we found the, oh, the portal that took us to this thing right here. Yeah. All right. Let us return to the gazebo. I gotta say, the city is kind of confusing to navigate. It's not bad, but it feels... Oh, but... The city feels unnecessarily big, I think. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And like, I understand that that's one of the reasons why, like, a lot of RPGs, like, for example, Skyrim, right? You've got, I can't remember the name of the city that's supposed to be like the capital of Skyrim, and it's supposed to be this huge bustling city, and it's like, you know, 15 buildings or whatever. And it's purely for the sake of gameplay, because if you wanted big cities, you just have to look no further than Daggerfall, which did have like friggin' huge cities, and they were a nightmare to deal with. I mean, they were, I prefer it, if I'm being completely honest. There's the gazebo. I would rather that than have super small ones, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, hello, we're back. Apra's mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation. So, friend, now you've seen the cost of the king's madness, will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best a humble engineer can. All right, yeah, sure. Oh, king's mercy, thank you. You cannot know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell that would stop the vanishings and reform the king's power so that it can only alter people at their own request, with their consent, just like we talked about, see? Unfortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the king's audience chamber, and these days only Speaker Sunil and his inner circle are allowed in. They're all so paranoid about the saboteur. But you, the king summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? Its Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions we don't understand yet. And Its Majesty has decided you are important. If we can induce the king to summon you again, Sunil would have to let you in. He'd never disobey a royal command, and then you can input my spell. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, what do I need to do? First, we must catch the king's attention. About a month ago, strange phenomena were reported in a graveyard outside Ferropolis. My analysis suggests these phenomena are a secret message from Its Majesty. Take my Mechanist Guild insignia and investigate the graveyard. The graveyard keeper may be able to assist you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignia command great power throughout the kingdom. Oh, really? Now, I could be wrong, but I suggest the message will begin with music like this. She hums a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You have a good voice, you know. She looks genuinely pleased. How kind. Well, perhaps if this whole Mechanist business doesn't pan out, I can make a living as a troubadour. Is your mission clear? Yes, I think I understand. All right. Please don't breathe a word of our plan to anyone, especially see. Oh, I love that we could just turn her over, but no. Absolutely not. All right, there's a graveyard. I don't necessarily know where this is, but we can poke around a little bit, I suppose. You might have it on our map too. I'll check once we're out of town. Okay, do I have... No, I don't really have anything graveyard or graveyard adjacent really on the map, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll just poke around, see if we can't find anything, I guess. That's a tower. I was trying to remember if we've seen anything that would be like a graveyard. And I really don't feel like we have. I really don't. But at the same time, what they consider a graveyard and what I consider a graveyard may be two very different things. I honestly do not know. Okay, we've been in here. Well now. That's curious. I mean, that's the corruption. Interesting. Interesting. And this just leads back around and up to the tower up top, so I don't think we need to go this way. All right, let us be elsewhere here. Let's see. Have we been over there? I was like just over there, and I was like, I don't need to go over there. Because I thought it was over here, but it's not, it's over there. We've been down there. I don't think we have. Hello, I'm here now. I have been here before. Can we kill these guys? No. Okay. Was that a graveyard? That might be graveyard adjacent. I don't know. Maybe not. Nah, it's just flowers. Give me that. Okay, this is... I don't think we've been down here. Hitting these ramps so fast, we're just effectively flying. Okay, I could jump that with speed, and there's a mine. There's just so many places, like, we see all these places out there in the distance, and I want to go to them. Like, you know, there's that out there, some, like, fuck huge mountain. I mean, it's on the surface, so it's probably terrible. Like, look at that! Is that something? Can I get to that? Is that just, like, if I try to jump to it, I die? I assume so. But it's, like, right there, and I swear with my speed buff, I could make that jump from here. Why can't I try? Dang it. Alright, what did I just find? Where the hell am I? What is this? It won't let me look. Okay, video games. Well, I'm here now. Who are you? The clerk trills in a sing-song voice that she's clearly practiced hundreds of times. Hello, citizen, and welcome to the Royal Vision Works. Are you here for yourself or on behalf of someone else? Myself? Lovely. Rest assured you're in safe hands. The welfare of our workers is paramount to everyone here, and you won't be pressured into anything. The final decision is yours alone. We have a number of positions open with contracts ranging from 3 clockwork standard months to 12 years. How long were you thinking of staying? How long is a clockwork standard month? She chuckles. Don't worry, you're not the first to ask. Lots of older folk have trouble with the calendar. Oof. A clockwork month has 60 days, counting day 0, of course. Sorry, what are we talking about? Why, becoming a vision worker. That's what you're here for, isn't it? All our workers are provided with room and board along with top-notch medical care from the illustrious Dr. Prip. Half the proceeds of their work are retained by the institution and the other half is theirs to keep. You can have the money paid out twice monthly to a designated beneficiary or held safe for you until your contract ends. And of course all your work will be properly credited under your own name. Would you like to read through some example contracts? Or try a sample of our patented sleeping draft? Let's pretend I'm a child. What is this place? Well, it's like I said, this is the Royal Vision Works. We make bottled visions. The clerk smiles coldly. If you're not here for any particular reason, I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't really have time for idle hobnobbing. Yeah, no, I'm not here to talk about becoming a worker. She blinks. Oh, then are you here to see someone? I'm afraid I can only admit direct kin or people named in the worker's directive letter. No samples for me just now, thank you. Can I help you with anything else? Yeah, no, that's all. Alright. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh, by an unseen device. An unseen device, you say? Well, then. This bears investigation. Would you look at that? Video games. Iron ore, that is acceptable. How many are we sitting at now? I think we're at like 5 or 6, aren't we? We have 6. Okay, so we can actually do our next upgrade at our house then. Shit. Look at that. Yoink. Alright, we're in. Oh my. Slumbering citizen snoring like a beehive without any outward sign of interactivity. He's clawing at the air with an expression of wonder on their face. Snoring like a beehive. Murmuring softly to themselves, you can't make out what they're saying if indeed there are any words at all. Hello. The technician is watching one of the sleepers with a pensive expression on their face. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're going through. It must be amazing in its way. From the outside, it looks like they're snoozing as soundly as a baby, given gin to keep it quiet, but inside they're living lives we can imagine, full of wonder and terror. Haven't you ever tried one of their visions? Me? Oh no, I never touch the stuff. My friends think I'm weird, but maybe they'd feel the same after working here. This is like an interesting thing. Like, you come in here, you sign away, you know, however long of your life. They put you into a coma and harvest your dreams, and then you just wake up and are paid. Assuming it's all above board. They have an expression of contentment upon their face, a good dream, hopefully. Tossing and turning in the throes of some awful phantasm, their brow is creased with worry and fear. Zzz, the operator of home calculating engine. Smile, you can't have it. Slumbering citizen addresses you with startling cogency, though their eyes remain closed. The engine. You need to start the engine. I can't do it myself. Sure, where do I find it? Bring a carriage beetle with you to pull the sarcophagus. The weevils are waiting for you inside. They're friendly, but you mustn't insult their intelligence. I'll do my very best. They smile to themselves. Bring back a palanquin from the land of Nod. They'll give you a medal for crinkling quietly. Sorry, mate, no time to chat. I have a lot of bedpans to empty and clean before the end of my shift, and the vegetables aren't about to lend a hand. Wow, calling them vegetables, that's... I mean, I suppose if that's a state they're in. But yeah, like, think about that, right? Like, assuming it's all above board, and, you know, you're not going to, like, be organ harvested or something. Would you do it? Be like, yeah, you know, come here, sacrifice a year of your life, and you're paid, you know, say a year's wages. You would just, as far as you would know, you would go to sleep and just wake up. Oh, balls. I'm just gonna take the death. I don't know, like, it's one of those things that's fascinating to me. I think I would actually probably do it. Be like, you know what, fine, just because, like, okay, they feed and water you. They, again, like I said, I'm assuming this is all above board. They feed and water you and say, you know, you'll make like 60 grand a year, right? Before taxes and all that shit. And like, I know that they said they keep half of it, but I would assume that you'd make 60 grand a year after they're taking like their chunk but before taxes. So, you know, it would like probably be more on paper, but it equals out to 60 grand. Would you do that? And say you would be paid 8 hours a day, you know, for 8 hours a day of work, but no weekends. Like, you'd be paid for working weekends because, you know, you're effectively just kept in a vegetative state. I don't know. I think I'd probably do that if I'm being honest. Because, like, you could do it for like a year, right? And since they're covering all your food and board and everything, you'd be making more than if you were just working, because you wouldn't have to be worrying about paying rent and stuff. The only downside would be that you'd come out of it and you'd have to figure all that shit out, right? Like, you'd need to find a place to rent and all that. And see, like, knowing that, were I a younger man, I'd probably be like, yeah, sure, take 10 years. And then I'd just live really good, see about, you know, doing some investment and all that. Because, I mean, you know, you bring home $600,000. There you go. I mean, 600 grand before taxes. Although, you know, that wouldn't be going up with inflation. You know, you wouldn't be getting a raise or anything like that. And like in that case, you'd be getting screwed because, you know, after 10 years with inflation and stuff, it's not worth the same amount. But that's probably overthinking it. I don't know. Nifty thought experiment. If you could do it instead of like actually, you know, living, would you just like sell your life? I think it's like a movie where that's like the central plot point of the thing, is that it's all about like your life as a currency, like how long you have to live as a currency. And so people, you know, if you want to stay at a really nice hotel, you know, it might cost you 3 weeks of your life per night you stay, type of thing. And then you can like trade your life with others. So, you know, you do a job or you do somebody a favor and they might give you a day of life, or they might give you a couple days of life, type of thing. I don't know. Fascinating shit. I need to find this graveyard. I have no idea. No idea where it could be. I'm probably getting like way too existential, aren't I? I'm sorry. I am sorry, dear viewer. Like, I'm really like racking my brain thinking about graveyards. I really don't think I've seen a graveyard out here. Maybe, is there anything in the journal? Northwest of Ferropolis for a hidden message. Okay, northwest. No. Northwest. No. Northwest, okay. Oh, is it over here, maybe? I don't think I've explored this. Ooh. We have a landmark at least. I don't think it's a graveyard. This looks like a junkyard, maybe. What's up? Well, this is the graveyard. Welcome to the graveyard, Paddle. What brings you all the way out here? We show him the insignia. I'm here on official business. Blimey, you mean someone's actually been reading my reports? Better late than never, I suppose. It's those yellow boxes, see? We've had them for years, but even the King's Speaker himself couldn't make head nor tail of them. Told me to look after them till they're needed. That'll be the day. Well, fair few ticks ago, some of the boxes started talking, and now they won't shut up. Weird stuff. Music sometimes. Mine I know is better than to listen. Maybe you could take a look. Most of the boxes don't talk. You'll have to listen closely if you want to find the right ones. Was there aught else? Nope. They're fucking phone booths. Inside the yellow box is a mechanical console with something like an ear trumpet hanging on a curly wire. Tinny noises come from its mouth. We pick up the trumpet and listen. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. Your brain is flooded by a cacophony of jagged noise, then you realize it's some kind of otherworldly music. It throbs in an alien time signature, defying your attempts to track its rhythm. Ghostly, inhuman voices lap over each other like waves. It feels like a memory from before the universe was made. This doesn't seem like the King's message. You'll have to try one of the other boxes. Okay. Weird. You can hear two people in soft conversation, their voices echoing as if from the other end of a long stone passage. There now, it'll be all right. How's it going to be all right? Lydia's just gone and nobody remembers. I feel like my brain is melting and running out of my ears. I know. All I mean is we've got each other and I ain't going nowhere. A pause. I was washing up today. Did you ever notice how many dishes we have? Enough for 5 people, not 2. Well, helps to have extra, don't it? You know we can't afford more of anything than we need. We had an extra bed, too, before we sold it, and that cot. Doesn't seem like the King's message. We keep listening. I suppose it was nice to have guests around before all this, I mean. And do you remember ever having guests? A pause. How many people used to live in this house, Kvesi? Long pause. I don't know. No, me neither. There's a long silence and a series of little wet sounds. Oi, what are you doing? Sorry, should I stop? I didn't say stop. You hear grateful sighs, a giggle, then a loving moan. Oh my. You quickly put the trumpet down before you hear any more. Smashy, smashy. Where is it? There it is. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. An old man's voice echoes from the other end. Hello? Can anyone hear me? I don't know where I am. Please, it's cold. Yes, I can hear you. The old man doesn't seem to be able to hear you. I can't see anything. I can't feel my body. Is anyone there? Hello, please, if anyone's there, say something. This doesn't seem like the King's message. Okay, is that barbed wire? Oh no, it's like bikes. For a second, I thought this was like a row of barbed wire. Hear it. Aha! At first you just hear hissing, and then the tune that after hummed, a genderless voice announces with mechanical regularity. 61632 break, 526 Alder Bantam 2, break 46. The voice drones on and then repeats. This must be the King's message. You scribble down everything you can, then replace the trumpet. Alright, so now I assume we're intended to go back. Oh, we have another one. It's a whirlwind of noise, chattering voices, snatches of song, weird mechanical screeches, and at one point you hear only your own name. You hurriedly replace the trumpet. Mildly horrifying. Alright. I guess in that case, though, we can portal back to town? Go ahead and save for mana. Actually, we're at 24 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Ending on a cliffhanger, as I am wont to do. So as usual, folks, thank you for watching. We had a good time, and I'll see you all next time where an adventure continues. Until then. Hey, you made it to the end. Nice. You had a good time. Check out one of these other series, see if you like them. Drop a like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to support the channel, feed the machine and all that. As always, thanks for watching.